Oh, well, hey, babe. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. We're about to go ahead and have us a quick chat about the housewives. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First up on the quick chat, honey, we have Miss Cynthia Bailey. Okay, Cynthia Bailey is in the house. Yes, the Big Brother house. All right, Miss Cynthia Bailey is joining. Who is that? Candy Burrs, who has already served her time in the Big Brother house, and I believe that was the year that Tamar actually ended up winning. Okay, Miss Cynthia Bailey is now in the house. I got a chance to see a quick glimpse of everybody mingling with each other. Okay, I believe they have Lamar Odom on the Big Brother this season. They also have Teddy from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I believe she was a part of that one. Not fully familiar with Teddy, but she is another housewife that will be joining Cynthia Bailey on this season. We also have Todrick Hall that will be there as well. And girl, I just really don't even remember everybody else that's going to be out there, girl. Primarily, the main person that I know for real, girl, is going to be Miss Cynthia Bailey, okay? Yes, I would like to know if you guys are going to be checking out Big Brother this season with Cynthia Bailey. I must say, and I must be honest, I'm not enthused. I was a bit disappointed to find out that New York, okay, Tiffany Pollard was not going to be on the show. And then I was really disappointed to hear that Nene was not going to be a part of this show as well, because I feel like they definitely bring on the full entertainment. I'm not necessarily sure how this is going to be with Miss Cynthia there, okay? I feel like she's the only Black woman that's going to be in the house. Maybe I need to check the roster yet again, honey. But, you know, she has some other family members that's going to be there, like Lamar Odom and Todrick Hall, and I'll have to check out the list, as I said, to see who else will be there to accompany her. But I don't know if this season is going to be entertaining for me to watch. I enjoyed when Tamar Braxton and Candy Burrs and the others were a part of Big Brother. I definitely enjoyed it wholeheartedly. I'm not getting the same vibe with Cynthia Bailey being a part of the show. I am going to check out maybe an episode or two and see how it is that I'm feeling. But, you know, I want to hear how you guys are feeling. Are you going to be tuning in? Do you think that Cynthia Bailey could possibly be the winner of Big Brother? I feel like anything is possible, right? I know a lot of people didn't think that Tamar was going to win when she won, and she did. And I was actually rooting for Tamar. So I was super glad that she won. I don't know who to root for at this time. I think it would be great if Cynthia did win, but I'm not necessarily, you know, rooting, but maybe a little bit, maybe just a teeny weeny. I'm rooting for Miss Cynthia. Let me go ahead and just check out the first episode and see how things are going to play out. Now, Miss Cynthia, girl, if you have not been watching this show, I'm going to tell you right now, honey, don't be trying to sit up there and win head of household right out the gate. All right. Honestly, I don't think you need to try and win the first or the second time. I really think that as you're playing this game, be good enough, but don't be too good, because then that's when everybody put their eyes on your back and then they just be wanting to, you know what I'm saying, stab you in your back. So it is going to be interesting to see what alliances Miss Cynthia Bailey decides to come a part of. See, this is why I think Nene would have been awesome, okay? Because we know how sneaky, and some people may say conniving, like this would have been Nene's game. It would have been great, okay? All right, she knows how to play in the faces of the people, but you don't know, because they say that Miss Cynthia can be a bit sneaky to it. For Big Brother is kind of like a game show / real world, right? So you get these people that's living in this house, like full reality, but we also get a chance to see them compete for different prizes and things, right? In an effort to, you know, win the show and gain head of household, because when you gain head of household, you gain power of the house, and you get to make a decision on who stays and who likely is going to go, even though everybody makes the decision to vote on who's fully leaving the house. But head of household, it's like people are starting to eat out of the palm of your hands, honey, because they don't want to leave the house. They want their chance at getting all of that money at the end of the season. Okay, so it's going to be cute to check out an episode or two. I will be checking out maybe an episode or two to see whether or not this is going to get me hooked, lined in, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm really going to be tuned in. We're going to see. I want to know about you guys' thoughts and whether or not you feel this though Miss Cynthia and the others are entertaining enough for you to watch. And I definitely want to know, after you watch episode 1 and 2, whether or not you think that she has a great chance of possibly winning Big Brother this season. Let me know your thoughts down below as I go ahead and I move on to someone else, which is another one of Miss former, I guess they have more in common outside of just housewives, right? They also have Big Brother in common. So this is Kandi Burruss, okay? Not only was she a cast member with Miss Cynthia Bailey over there at Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she probably could give her a few pointers on how to work things while she's over there in the house of Big Brother. But keep in mind, with Big Brother, girl, they cannot talk to us. We see everything that they're doing, but they do not have any communication on the outside. They don't have any phones, so they can't talk to anybody. None of that. Okay, they don't even know, honestly, really what time of day it is or anything. Like, I don't think they get any details about the outside life as they're living in the home that's set up for them. Okay, but as we move on to Miss Kandi Burruss, I want to talk about Kandi going over on her YouTube channel and she mentioning that she actually got into it with one of her castmates this upcoming season. Okay, and I was wondering exactly who is this person she's speaking of. Now, shortly after that, like the very next day, I saw she posted Kenya. I'm sorry, not Cynthia, but Kenya Moore on her page, praising Kenya. It was her birthday and everything, shouting Kenya out, sending her all kind of love. I told Kandi, I said, thank you, Kandi, for confirming that the person you got into it with was not Miss Kenya Moore. And that was like the first name that came out of a lot of people's mouths. And I said, no, it was not Miss Kenya. Okay, it wasn't Miss Kenya. And a few days later, now we're hearing that it's being rumored that she and Marlo got into it. Now, Marlo was the very next person that crossed my mind. And then after that, I was thinking Drew, but I wasn't necessarily sure. The reason why I was thinking Marlo was because I feel like with Marlo having this new peach, Marlo thinks she's that girl. Okay, to be elevated and now being on the equal playing field somewhat, because I'm sure Kandi and Kenya still make more money than Marlo, but still she's up there with the girls. Like, I'm a main cast member now, so you guys can't sun me anymore. And I'm gonna rub it all in you ladies' faces, and I'm gonna also make sure that I give them a reason to give me this peach back again next season. I have finally arrived. So I was really thinking that it was likely Marlo, and also because, you know, I saw pictures of Drew, Kenya, and Kandi on Kandi's page before. So I'm thinking she and Drew are good. But then when I saw a photo of everybody in Jamaica and I didn't see Drew in that picture, I was like, could it have been Drew? Because Drew is missing from the photo. Where is Drew? So just know that those are the two ladies that I was thinking that Miss Kandi may have gotten into it with. Okay, Kandi says that she said some very not so great, nasty things to this woman. And that, oh, girl, that's terrible, honey. I was thinking it was Drew, but girl, it could be Marlo, because I do feel like Marlo definitely brings that out of people a bit more than Drew. All right. I mean, girl, maybe they equal. Maybe they on the same play. That maybe, you know what I'm saying? But really, when you think about it, Drew really hasn't upset a lot of people outside of Miss Kenya, right? She hasn't really upset too many people outside of Miss Kenya. But Marlo, yes, Marlo has probably gotten into it with just about everybody that's come through Real Housewives. Okay, so it's going to be a very entertaining season. Y'all know Kandi don't give us a whole lot. Okay, not a whole lot, but when she does, it's moments, okay? I do feel like it may not be big dramatic moments, but it's moments that we remember for sure. Okay, so there's that. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all goes down between she and Marlo, honey, because that's the rumor mill on the streets, and I'm believing it. I'm believing that she did go off on Marlo, but we shall see how that's going to play out. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and comments down below about it. Let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay, this is my girl Meredith Marks. For those of you guys that do not watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Meredith Marks is in charge of the girls. I know a lot of you guys may not like to hear that because you want to believe that it is indeed Miss Lisa Barlow that's in charge of the girls, or possibly Whitney and Heather, the way they've been around or pulling on the puppet strings of the cast. Okay, possibly. But this is the thing that I want to talk to you guys about. On last week's episode, or this past week's episode, Lisa, one of the good castmates and great friends, used to be girl, of Miss Meredith, got upset because Meredith decided that she was going to defend her castmate and now close friend, Miss Mary, okay, more than she defends her, especially against Jen Shaw. So Lisa is upset that she does not have the support and have the backing of her friend Meredith against Jen Shaw and some of the other ladies, but she feels as though Meredith willingly gives that support to Mary, right? So after being completely upset with Meredith not having her back, but having Mary's back, Lisa decided to go to the restroom and she decided to repeat these things. Okay. She says, Meredith can F herself. I'm done with her because I'm not a effing whore. Okay, I don't cheat on my husband, her and her dumb effing family that poses. Why don't you own a house? Oh, wait, you can, because your husband changes jobs every 5 minutes. Meredith is a piece of effing SHI. I had your back and I'm offended by that. F you, that effing piece of SHI garbage whore. I effing hate her. She's a whore. She effed half of New York. She can go and F herself. Okay. So this is what Miss Girl had to say about her close best friend of over 10 years or so. That means to me that this is how she had been feeling for a very long time. And she finally decided to let it out over something to me that was not that big, because I feel like Lisa has shown where she has not fully supported Meredith. So Meredith is actually just reflecting, being a mirror to the actions of Lisa, doing the same thing to her, doing to others as they do unto you, which is, you don't support me, I'm not going to support you. And now she wants to be upset and she wants to go off on the camera. Well, really, she went behind closed doors, right? And that's the thing, because that's what we have to get into. She went behind closed doors and she went off, still had her mic on, says everything that I just read to you, came out, took the mic, tossed it at producers and said, here's your mic. Mind you, somebody else was still in that room. Someone else I did see in that room, but I do not know if there was a boom mic. I feel like when most reality stars get super upset and they kind of want to be to themselves for the most part, they keep the camera person outside, right? So if the camera person is outside, most likely the boom person is also outside. So there's that. But I want to get to some things because that's coming into question, right? Because of this photo that was put on Meredith Marks' Instagram, right? So at the bottom, you can see a clip where is the audio, pretty much the video and the captioning of what Miss Lisa is saying about Meredith. So Meredith asked the question of, can anyone help me understand if this mic toss means that Lisa Barlow thought her mic was off, or was it left on for this rant? Now, if you ask me, I kind of feel like it was left on because of the rant. But Lisa Barlow looks like she responded to someone and says it was off. They used a boom. I was quitting. So then Meredith feels as though, I don't believe you. You need more people. I'm with Meredith. I don't believe her either. She definitely needs more people, okay? So then Meredith decided to clue people in on who do not know what a boom mic is. She cleared it up for them. She says, for those of you who are not familiar with the boom mic, please see the pic below. It requires someone to hold it. If it was outside the door, we would have seen it. And in the room, she would have stopped the lies, okay? So this is what Miss Meredith is saying about her good friend. I feel like she did that on purpose with the mic that she already had. And I also don't believe that a person was inside the room with the boom mic. I just like, from the history of how we see reality TV, when a person storms off and they don't want the cameras in their face, hence the reason why she was behind the door, they'll probably welcome in another producer or something, but they will not allow cameras or anybody into the room. So if cameras are not in the room, boom mics are not in the room. Therefore, her mic was in the room. And she probably, now that I think about it, she could have said all of that stuff and didn't know. Once she took that mic off, she probably thought that mic had stopped recording, and it never did. So we caught and captured all of your audio, Miss Ma'am. And I'm so glad that we did. So now we know how you really feel. And now Miss Meredith can see that the friendship that she had with you was dying for some time. And it wasn't genuine for some time, okay? It was definitely a benefit to the friendship because you guys are both on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And there was some form of alliance that you probably had with her, you know, in case any of the other girls tried to jump on you, you would have somebody else that would have your back, okay? Because that's so important to Miss Lisa, to always have someone there that's going to have her back, even if she does not 100% show that she has your back, okay? So that's very important to Lisa. Lisa's always a person that wants people to understand understand how she feels, and she often plays as though she's the victim, okay? She's the person that's been harmed. It's always Lisa, okay? It's always people doing things to Lisa, never Lisa doing things to other people, okay? But either way, Miss Meredith, I am so glad that you are realizing the type of friend that you have, okay? Meredith, so much so, has taken to social media to share more of her thoughts, okay? She says, thought of the day. When someone throws a shade, judgment, or lies on you, it is actually a representation of their own insecurities or a projection of their own wrongdoing. It is not relevant to you or your character. Let me tell you something, girl. I truly believe what she said. When she said that, that is so true. If you ever get into a debate, argument, whatever with somebody, and you barely can get your word out, and they just spewing things at you and things that you know don't make sense, chances are it's possibly a reflection on what they got going on within them. Now, it could be some truths in that. Okay, so that's where you're gonna have to do your own self-reflection as well. But then oftentimes it's also just them projecting because they're feeling a way about themselves and what they have going on. Okay. She also went on to say, watch out for the quote unquote friend who stabs you in the back and then cries that she is bleeding. Now, this one made me scream because I really thought of Meredith, of Lisa for sure when I read this, because that's what she does. Okay. She stabs you in the back and then turns around and cries that she's bleeding. Lisa, you can't moonwalk yourself out of this situation. You actually have to stand there and hold this one, because we already witnessed that situation between, was it Angie or some other friend? I always forget her name, when it came down to Whitney, the young lady that was supposed to be Whitney's cousin. And remember when Lisa found out that the two of the ladies were getting closer, Whitney and her friend, she decided to get her homegirl to withdraw from catering Angie's event. Remember that? Yes. Okay. So Miss Lisa, you've already shown us this type of behavior where you'll do something to someone else and then cry and act like, woe is me. Right. But either way, honey, good luck. Okay, I'm here for Miss Meredith all day. Can't wait to get to the reunion so that I can actually see Meredith's response and reaction to the things that Miss Lisa Barlow said about her behind that closed door. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Okay, I want to talk about Miss Mia Thornton. Yes, we haven't heard that name in some time since Real Housewives of Potomac has gone off at this time, right? Miss Mia took to social media to answer some questions from her fans. And here's one of the questions that came up that had people sparking a few rumors and just wondering whether or not Miss Mia has received a contract to return for Real Housewives of Potomac. Go ahead and get into this, okay? Miss Mia, the question was asked, Mia, please tell us the truth. Are you returning? Yes or no? Okay. And Miss Mia decides that she was going to just put up last year's promo premiere event for Real Housewives of Potomac. And you see, that wasn't part of the theme from last year where it says it's tea time. She put this up and everybody started to speculate from this point. Mia got a contract. Mia got a contract. Mia got a contract, right? I'm surprised we haven't heard anything yet. I don't know if they told the ladies to keep it under wraps or what's going on, or if they're delaying that, considering they have so many other things going on at this time. Not sure. It is also being rumored that the ladies are going to start back filming in March. Okay. We shall see. Okay. Hopefully so. And hopefully later this month, we can find out who all actually got a contract. Okay. So if I would have saw that as well, like, you know, just looking at this image, it does seem like Miss Mia may be invited back. Right. But Mia decided after the conversations began to happen surrounding her return to Real Housewives of Potomac, she decided that she was going to go to Twitter to clear up some things. OK, someone asked her, Miss Mia Thornton, did you sign for another season? ? I hope so, because you came through your first season and snapped. OK, Mia says, now y'all know at Bravo TV, we'll give y'all the tea. Although I appreciate you all so much. Hashtag Real Housewives of Potomac. Hashtag snap, crackle, and pop. Okay. Listen, I feel like Miss Mia could have possibly got that contract. I feel like Miss Mia could have possibly got that contract. I've been feeling indifferent about whether or not I would like to see Mia return. It may not be such a bad thing for her to return. I mean, she got caught up in a few lies and stuff like that. Some things didn't make sense. She over exaggerated stories and things, but it was all entertainment and it was all, you know, It was good for the most part. It gave us things to talk about and chat about week after week after week, right? Amongst the other ladies, okay? So it was definitely a pretty good season. So I feel like she might actually end up getting that contract back. And I think that, or she may have gotten that contract back and signed. And I feel like that's exactly something that she wants, considering the fact that she almost did not come to the reunion. But I guess when somebody put a bug in the ear, girl, if you don't come to that reunion, then we're not going to see you no more. She decided to go ahead and show up. I want to hear you all's thoughts. Do you feel as though Miss Mia will be returning? Do you think that she did get the contract and this was her subtle way of saying it without saying it because she can't truly say it, right? Or do you think she probably did not get her contract back, but she just wanted to, create some type of conversation in hopes that Bravo would still consider her because she does have an audience, right? People are still paying attention and would love to see her on the show, right? I feel like when she opened up the floor for these type of questions, like, hey, ask me some questions, it made me think that she knew Housewives of Potomac was going to be a question. And with the season filming right around the corner and possibly contracts already going out, she probably wanted to go ahead and get some things started. So she decided to go ahead and, answer some of the questions that people were asking, right? And this was now also people ask a lot of questions. She can pick and choose which ones she answers and responds to, right? But she specifically chose that one to respond to and to let people know that it's tea time. So that right there, we'll just have to see and wait. We'll have to get full confirmation. But I'm starting to think Miss Mia could have actually got that contract. And if she did, I want to know, do y'all look forward to seeing Miss Mia back on Real Housewives of Potomac? Did you enjoy her? Did you not enjoy her? Would you like to see Candace continue to keep her foot on her neck? Or would you like to see Mia continue to keep her foot on Candace's neck? Okay, y'all let me know y'all thoughts and everything down below. Okay, that's all I have for the quick chat today. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.